Before the advent of Islam, the Arabian Peninsula was a land of great contrast and disparity. It was home to many different tribes, each with its own customs, traditions, and beliefs. The Arabs lived in a time known as the Jahiliyyah, or the Age of Ignorance, where they were far removed from the teachings of monotheism. The society was deeply divided by tribal loyalty and rivalries, and the concept of unity was foreign to them. The Arabs were primarily divided into two main groups: the nomads, who lived in the vast desert, and the settled people who inhabited the towns and cities. Mecca and Medina were among the most significant cities where trade flourished. The people in these cities followed polytheistic beliefs, worshipping idols and performing rituals around these idols in the Kaaba, which was the center of their religious practices. The tribes were fiercely proud of their heritage, and each tribe had its own set of gods, rituals, and beliefs. Religion, however, was not unified. There were also small communities of Jews and Christians, especially in areas like Yathrib, later known as Medina, but they were few in number compared to the polytheists. In such a society, the family lineage held immense importance, and the nobility of one's ancestry was highly valued. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born into the respected and noble tribe of Quraysh, specifically the Banu Hashim clan. His father, Abdullah, was a well-known merchant, and his mother, Amina, came from a noble family as well. The lineage of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was traced back to Hazrat Ismail, the son of Hazrat Ibrahim, making his family lineage of great significance and revered by the Arabs. The Quraysh were not just a powerful tribe. They also held a special position in Mecca, as they were the guardians of the Kaaba, which made them the custodians of the most sacred site in Arabia. Despite their status, they were embroiled in paganism and idol worship, as were the rest of the tribes in the region. The period leading up to the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was marked by several significant events and signs. Even before his birth, the Arab world had experienced omens and prophecies that hinted at the arrival of a great leader who would bring light to the world. It is narrated that shortly before Prophet Muhammad's peace be upon him birth, a number of supernatural signs began to manifest. There were reports of a bright light that illuminated the sky, visible from far-off lands. This light was said to have shone so brightly that it reached the palaces of the Persian kings, signaling that a great change was about to take place. In Mecca, the people began to hear whispers about a child who would change the world. Even the Jewish tribes who lived in Medina were aware of prophecies about the final prophet who would arise from the lineage of Ismail. They were waiting for the appearance of this last messenger who would lead them to the truth. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born in the year 570 CE, known as the Year of the Elephant, Aam al-Fil. This was the same year in which a significant event took place: the invasion of Mecca by the Ethiopian army led by Abraha, the Christian ruler of Yemen. Abraha had intended to destroy the Kaaba and establish a rival religious center in Yemen, but his plans were thwarted by divine intervention. According to Islamic tradition, a flock of birds appeared and pelted his army with stones of clay, leading to their defeat. This miraculous event further solidified the sense that something extraordinary was about to happen, and it marked the beginning of a new era in the Arabian Peninsula. On the night of his birth, Amina, the mother of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, experienced a profound spiritual experience. She is said to have seen a light that illuminated the surroundings, and she heard a voice proclaiming, "You have given birth to the leader of this nation." This miraculous moment was a clear sign that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would be someone extraordinary. Amina was deeply honored to have given birth to the future prophet, and it was through the blessings of Allah that the world would soon witness the arrival of the final messenger. However, it is important to note that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was not born in a palace, but into the humble and noble family of Banu Hashim. His father had passed away before his birth, and his mother passed away when he was only 6 years old. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was raised by his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, and later by his uncle, Abu Talib.